Continuing our conversation on how we can legally, ethically, and creatively be using AI inside of our author journey to save us time and effort and make sure what we're doing with our writing, publishing, and marketing is even stronger than before, let's talk about one really great way that I think AI can change the game when it comes to author marketing, specifically with our reviews. If you are somebody who has been following along, I love to say don't ever read your reviews. Your reviews aren't meant for you as an author. Reviews specifically, and we have videos on how to do this to educate both readers and authors, and we have a journal that guides readers through the process to make sure that they are writing effective reviews. I talk about how specifically reviews are meant to help another person decide if it's the correct purchase for them. Think about it out of the context of a book. Let's say you're going to Amazon and you're shopping for a vacuum. You go to the reviews to see if it works for other people, the pros, the cons, to make a decision for yourself. So writing a book review is not I liked it or I didn't. It's you will like this if, you will not like this if. It is helping another person. It is very much not as objective as people like to think it is. It is to help other people, to give them the information. But there's lots of conversation about that and ways to be doing this professionally that gets people asked back again and again and again to create those book reviews. I'll link it down below. And what we need to know about this is that it's not for authors. We are not being judged by our peers in a book review. The only people that should be giving you feedback on your books are trusted sources who are also in the industry. Not your mom, not your sister, not your best friend, not your readers. None of those people are qualified if they're not inside of the industry. Because people who are not in the industry don't understand everything going on, and they're not going to be able to give you critical, valuable feedback that can actually move the needle with your writing. So the only people we're listening to when it comes to feedback from our books are people we've gone to who are trusted in this industry as professionals. So editors, publishers, writers, people who understand the industry, and those people can give us valuable, critical feedback to help us adjust what we're doing. If, however, you still want to take a peek at those reviews, I recommend doing it this way. I want you to just copy and paste your reviews. And you can do this, or you can have a friend of yours do this if you do not want to do it yourself. I know a lot of people are sensitive to their reviews. If you don't have a tough skin, I have quite the tough skin at this point, but if you don't have that yet, just copy and paste them. Don't look at them, or have a friend copy and paste them. Put them all in a document. Now go to your AI. Take all of those reviews and just copy and paste them blindly. You don't have to look at them. Copy and paste them. And you're going to start off the prompt by saying, please read these book reviews for my novel and give me crossover themes, or summarize what it says, or give me a bullet point list of some of the important things that you've seen repetitively throughout these reviews. Now your AI is going to be able to scroll through all these things that you just input, and they're going to find the common threads. They're going to find the repetitive themes. If somebody says it's fast-paced or it's too fast-paced, and they say it over and over again in multiple reviews, now you have an idea of maybe you need to slow down a little bit. Maybe it's too fast for readers at this point. If they're saying there's a ton of typos, well, maybe you've got an issue you need to look at. If, however, you're only getting one person saying it's riddled with typos, and you've asked your AI to just find the common threads or the things that have been said on repeat, and it doesn't show you that, it's not going to show you that. It's probably somebody who has a little bit of a grudge against you. We know we love when people are going in and doing grudge reviews. It happens all the time, unfortunately. But this way, your AI can weed those things out. So you can then input as many as you have, and this is going to be better and more valuable to you if you have more reviews. If you are only putting one or two in, it's going to be hard to find crossover themes or repetitive topics, right? So the more you can put in, the better it's going to do. And you can say whatever you want. You can tell it to give you just a paragraph summarizing things. You can tell it to give you a bullet point list of the things that it has seen on repeat. You can ask it to give the top 10 things, the top 20 things. You are going to be specifically giving it instruction based on what you want. Now comes the next part, where you're either going to read through what your AI has summarized or bullet point listed for you. You're going to give it back to that trusted friend and have them go through it. Now, with this, you're again looking for a valuable, trusted friend who understands what's going to serve you and what's not. If somebody says, I didn't like it, and that's something that the AI gets back to you, I didn't like it, and there's no logic or no reasoning, that's not going to be valuable to you. If, however, somebody says, it's too slow, the book was so slow it never picked up, and a lot of people have said that, that might be something you want to consider. Your friend can now bring you that information, and they can give it to you however you need to. They can just tell you what's going on, or you can just read it the way that it is. or they can do it in a soft way. Some people will come into the conversation and say, people really liked your book. They liked the character development. They liked the world building. They did think it was a little bit slow at first, but they liked and soften it by giving you the good and the bad. You can tell your AI to give you whatever you need in whatever form you need. You can say, find all the negative things, find all the positive things. You can do whatever you want. You can even have it analyze it and say, look for positive quotes about my book in these reviews and pull them out for me. Now, keep in mind the terms of service on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and like all of those places dictate whether or not you can use that outside of it. Some of them do not allow that, and I've seen a lot of people using things they're not supposed to. So read the terms of service before you use the reviews. Please, it is very important. But you can ask your AI to give you all of these different things. And you can ask a valued friend to come and check these things for you or to gather these things for you if you don't have tough skin, if you want to make sure you're avoiding everything. Or if you have the ability, just copy and paste them yourself blindly into a doc and then just put it right inside of your AI and let the AI do the work of navigating your reviews so that you can pull things out. But again, I want to remind you as authors, we are not listening to people who are unqualified. And by unqualified, I mean people who are not inside of this industry. Yes, they have opinions. Yes, they have valuable opinions, but those opinions should not change how you write, because they are not someone who has understood and studied the structure of publishing, of marketing, of writing. Maybe they have done some of these things. Maybe they're aspiring. Maybe they've taken courses in college, but if they're not in the industry, they don't know. So let me leave you with this. If we take this outside of the book industry, let's take it to the medical field. We do not want our doctors taking opinions from people who are not studied in the field. I have a lot of things to say on the medical field, and I would love to, change the way open heart surgery is performed or brain surgery or how cancer is treated and all of those things. And I have a lot to say about this, but I am not a medical professional. Now, I am educated. I have been through a lot with my family history, and so I can come in and sound really dang good, but I still don't have a medical degree. And the way that I see things, the way that I say things shouldn't necessarily change how surgeons are doing their surgery or all these things. I shouldn't be able to walk into an operating room while someone's on the table operating and force them to change what they're doing. Likewise, readers are not inside of our industry, and therefore they can have great opinions for other readers, but they are not changing the needle in the direction we're going in. Only qualified people who are publishers, professional editors, professional authors who are in the industry and understand it as a cohesive whole. Not just what I like, what I don't like, not just tropes, not just genres, but understand the industry as a whole, from what's working now to what used to work, to what's going to work, to what is acceptable right now, to what the grammar standards are right now, things that most people don't understand and don't look at before they are doing things like reviews. Those people, trusted people that we give permission, can speak into our writing. Everything else is just fluff on the cake. It's just extra icing. I know I've messed those up, but that's okay. We're going to keep going because we know that we are trusting trusted voices only and moving forward from there. So you can get lots of valuable information, lots of really cool things that you can be doing to help with your marketing even. Your reviews can really help with your marketing. So feed all these things into AI. Let AI do the work. You don't have to have a friend do all the work for you. You don't have to do all the work yourself, but you can get valuable information based on your reviews from people who are not peers, but are readers, are fans, are maybe not fans, to allow you to level up your marketing, to add some things to your writing, to change some things, to really lean into what your fans love. You might find out that they like a specific side character that you didn't know because they didn't go on your social media and tell you, but it might be in your reviews that you don't read. So use your AI to your benefit. Allow the AI to do work for you on your behalf and to give you valuable information that you can then use to sell more books however you see fit. And just because I have said you shouldn't be reading your reviews, just because I have said you shouldn't be listening to voices that are not qualified, just because I've said these things doesn't mean you have to do it. You need to do what's right for you. You are in charge of your author career. You know the best moves for you. This is all valuable information, and I feel very strongly one way or the other about a lot of different things inside of this industry, but this is up to you. You do not have to take my advice on not reading your reviews. You absolutely can read every single one of them if you want. You can maintain this however you want. You can put your faith and trust in whomever you want. This is all up to you, but it's a really nice opportunity to be able to use AI to work to your benefit, to kind of go through a lot of those things, which again saves you time and effort. If you're getting a lot of reviews, you don't want to read all of those, even if you do want to read all of those. Feed it through. Put it in the AI, let it do the work, and then reap the benefits from there. Follow along for more ideas on how you can be using AI to save you time and effort inside of your author business, the legal, ethical, and creative way. We'll be back with even more really valuable ideas. It's an ongoing playlist, and we have our favorite lawyer coming to join us every single week to answer your legal questions in the publishing industry and AI in the publishing industry. So if you've got questions, drop them down below. We're both coming back to make sure we get these things answered for you. Check out that playlist, and we have daily videos helping you navigate the world of publishing, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this your most profitable year ever with less time, less stress, and less commitment on your part, so that you can live your best life, have luxury time in what you're doing, but still get your books written and make sales from them. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.